Some piece of breaking news which is coming in now, and I'll go back to the guests in just 30 seconds. All suspects, that is the senior doctors, are from Al-Falah University. Remember, Al-Falah University is a private university which is located in Faridabad, whose campus and affiliates have now come under the lens after the blast. Al-Falah University website has now been hacked by Indian Cyber Alliance. Official website is showing some messages which have been put out. Let me bring in Sushant, Sareen now. Sushant, Sareen, as agencies are conducting searches in and around this university area, it's a coordinated effort by multiple officials. One thing is becoming clear, that these, when we talk about overground workers, something that seem to have left Jammu and Kashmir, but then their connections are in other parts of India. And that's the concern here.
No, but again, nothing quite unique in that, Maria. Look, I think partly this is a problem that it's very easy to stereotype people. And when you say white collar module, what the hell do we mean by that? Look, I think it's just people like you and me expressing shock that it's people like us who are involved in something like this. But terrorism is not something that poor people do. Terrorism is something that it's the lower middle class, and sometimes rich people do. I can give you any number of examples where highly educated people from some of the top universities, working in MNCs, working as top doctors, engineers, you name it, they've been involved in this kind of activity. Terrorism at the end of the day is an ideological issue, at some level, even a political issue. So I think the mistake we very often make is, and this is a kind of dumbing down, which I think a lot of people, including in our government and our political establishment, have been doing, that you educate them, and that is when you will make sure that there will not be terrorism. It means that you've not studied the phenomena, you've not tried to profile the terrorists in a proper manner, and that is why you indulge in these kind of myth making around terrorism, and you make the kind of mistakes we make. Having said that, again, it's not entirely unheard of that in a particular university, in a particular setting, there could be a bunch of people, like minded people, who decide that they want to do something, right? Uh, does that implicate the administration of the university? I think it's too early to say. Were university assets being used or misused by these characters? Again, I think we are jumping to conclusions, which is not entirely fair at this point in time. It is entirely possible the labs were being used. It's quite possible that they were not being used, or they were being used without permission, surreptitiously. Things were being smuggled out of the labs to rig up some things. That's entirely possible. But I
Because,
don't.
Sushant, Sareen, at the moment, what we can certainly say is that there is no clarity over whether there was some kind of university linkage here. So, as you said, there is a possibility that the laboratory was being used surreptitiously.
So exactly. So it's like saying that Delhi University was to blame for the Parliament attack because one of the guys involved in that particular conspiracy was a professor in Delhi University. I think a lot of us on your channel right now are from Delhi University, and frankly, Delhi University is known for many other things, but not for this kind of stuff. So there could be people from Delhi University who are involved in it. The same thing would probably apply out here. So let's wait and see. I would hold judgment or passing judgment until more evidence and more investigations have been done. And maybe after that, we can come to some kind of a conclusion of the complicity or lack of it of the university. But,
All right,
but,
point well taken here. Yashovardhan Azad, I think, being a lot circumspect in a developing story like this really helps, because as we have been saying that there are doctors, and when we use the word white collar ecosystem, it can have multiple repercussions as well.
No, absolutely. I mean, but to say it that is a white collar kind of group. There's nothing wrong with that, because these are all guys who are with white collars. They are traitors to the country, and they are traitors to their own uniform also. The kind of thing, the reprehensible thing which they have done is something unheard of, that you think of doctors as saviors of people, and they are the ones who are against their own country. Imagine the kind of money which has been spent on them. Imagine the kind of waste of resources on them. So if there is there more culpability of more people, I don't rule. For example, Maria, today only the modules heads have been caught. But tomorrow the couriers, the runners, the sellers, the dealers, the chemical signature will lead us to a lot of more linkages. And in that linkage, if we find that more and more people are there, then we realize what a sinister network this has been. And then we'll definitely get to know how much of the university complicity is there. Right now, yes, we cannot say. They can be misusing the labs, they can be misusing the precincts, but whether there's an institutional support, we don't know. There is a kind of an ecosystem, yes, because otherwise a fellow like this cannot just get out at 7 and nothing happens. He runs away, and nobody's able to track him. But the more important thing, again, which I feel, is that this thing emanated from Jammu and Kashmir, from that Maulvi who was contaminating this, so-called wisdom to all these people. How many he has contaminated is something which we need to know, and it could be just across the country, because many of these people meet also together. They could be having handlers from outside, fine. They could be, running those encrypted messages, which again is a very common feature. They might be paid through a cryptocurrency system. That also, again, it'll be found later. But right now, what is more important is what are the other things where they were planning to create this kind of a mayhem. And I'm sure, with the linkages we have now, with the interrogations they can do, we'll be able to find out many, many more things which are going.
There is